Just to kind of start off, I mean, to get this extension, be here for the long haul. I mean, how exciting is this for you?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I said I wanted to be here. I really, really like the crew we've got, and I wanted to keep coaching them. And we've got a really good recruiting class coming in. And I know some stuff was written about whether the school was going to do what they need. They really stepped up big. I appreciate the fact that Kathy went to bat for this thing and wanted to keep this going the direction we've got it going. And President Tripathi's showing he's going to support athletics, and I think they've shown what they want to do here. We've got this thing rolling in the right direction, and we're going to keep it going in the right direction. And it's good for, would have been nice to have it done before the tournament, but they had to hammer out a few little details as they always do, and it happened when it happened. And I'm just glad it's done and over with. We can concentrate on winning some basketball games here and keep this thing moving in the right direction.
What was the reaction from guys in the locker room when they heard that you had?
I haven't even talked to them about it. I told them I don't want them getting distracted. So this is a minor distraction. It's a positive one, but it's still a little bit of a distraction. So for any of you that have tried to call or text me, I've kind of tried to put the phone on Do Not Disturb and try to figure out how to beat Kent State. So I have not even addressed it with them. I'll do that at some point after the season or after we can get a couple wins here.
What about your family? What about with your family?
Yeah, I let her know that I signed it, so she was happy to know that we'd be able to stay in Buffalo. So no, she's obviously been in the discussion the whole time, and she's been great. She's not one of those that's going to push. One she really likes in Buffalo. Roswell Park's obviously done a great job with all her stuff. She's got another CAT scan next week, so it's great that we're going to be able to stay here and they can keep, taking care of her like they have for the last couple of years.
You've always talked about how much you like it here and how much you want to stay, but what specifically is it about the way this school has supported you, the way that the programs have been built, and just the general overall success of this athletic department that convinced you of that?
Yeah, I mean, Danny White obviously came in and got this thing headed in the right direction in a big way a few years ago. Alan was unbelievable to work for, but, Felicia's done a great job. I think the community's coming out and supporting it. Like, I've gotten all kinds of messages before the extension, like, we hope you can stay, and I want to stay. Let's, we'll figure this thing out now that it's come. So, I mean, it's a great place to go. They don't have an NBA team. They used to have an NBA team. Hopefully we can become that basketball team of Buffalo that, the sports fans are great. Shoot, the Sabres lose a lot, and they still support them like crazy. The Bills, it was great when the Bills made the playoffs finally. The whole city wanted to go down to Jacksonville. So it's a big sports city. Hopefully we can get them following basketball and it's been good. The crowds have been great this year, so it's a good place to be right now.
How would you describe your journey to this point?
Shoot, yeah, 5 years ago I was teaching math on a day like today. Trying to sneak the TV screen onto some games during championship week, and it's maybe fast track or whatever, but I was fortunate enough to get it. I said if I left high school, but we had built that thing up to the point where I wasn't going to leave for any job, but I felt like Bobby was going to win, and I felt comfortable with him, and we did. So it was a good choice I made, I think. I didn't know that, really thank Danny for going out on a limb and hiring a guy that was in high school 2 years ago and believing in me, and I've let him know a few times, thanks for helping me out and believing in me. So you had two guys like that, and then Alan stuck it out. We had some rough patches there in the first couple of years, but Alan was great to work with. So yeah, it's been, the 5 years, a lot's happened in 5 years, but I think if you can coach, you can coach, and been fortunate enough to be given the opportunity, and we've done a decent job with it. Obviously decent enough they want to keep me around for another 5 years.
You think there was incentive on that part to get it done before the possibility of winning a second title in 3 years, which would maybe enhance your value to outsiders?
Yeah, I think. They told me they wanted it done before we went to Cleveland. It was almost done before we went to Cleveland, and there was just a few minor things they had to work out. So I don't know what their incentives were, but I liked the contract, and I think they showed that they really want us here, and I want to be here, and so we were able to get it done.
Moving on to Kent State, talk a little bit about that and your opponent tonight, and what they bring in.
Yeah, so we were 8-0, and they were the ones that beat us. Everybody talking about could we run the table or not. We go down to Kent, they pop us. They're tough, physical. The game always gets a little grimy with them, and I told our guys, last time somebody got a tee last year. They beat us here last year in the quarterfinals, so we've got a little history with them, and you know, it's going to be one of those games where nobody's going down without a fight. So our guys got to bring some toughness to the table, but we got to be smart with it. We can't do anything stupid. We had a kid get a dumb tee down here last year. We need to stay away from that stuff and just beat. I told them, let's just win the basketball game. We don't need to win anything else. We don't need to win a fist fight. We don't need to win any trash talking points. Let's just win the basketball game and make sure we're playing tomorrow and they're not.